Hello, everybody. It's time to take it to the mic stand. How's everybody doing tonight? Now, we have two of us here thus far, so that's good. Hopefully, we can get some more. As always, guys, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. That helps get the algorithm up, helps get the word out, so we can get some more people in here. And the one person, I guess, decided to disappear. Anyways, one is the loneliest number you'll ever see. Oh, we're now back up to two. Hello again. Anyways, as we are waiting on some more people, let's see, there is a second person in here. So, hopefully, if you'd like to tell me how you're doing tonight, hopefully everything's going well for you right now. We're just gonna wait a few minutes to let some more people come in before we get started. Yeah. As always, as I said, I always do appreciate any likes and shares you can give me to help get the algorithm up and help see if we can get some more people in here. I'd say we're about 2 minutes into this. I'd say now. Simply irresistible. Money where the money went. Simply irresistible. I'd say now. Let's see now. And just waiting for more people to come in before we get started. La dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da. Dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly, stories to share. All through the forest they sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air. Gummy bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. Find adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. They are the gummy bears. Let's see, what else can we... Now we have three people in there. Hello, third person. How you doing tonight? Hopefully all is well with you. Thank you for all the likes and shares, guys. That helps with the algorithm. Hopefully we can get some more people in here. I'm just waiting on people to get in here before we get started. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Let's see now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 369 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 369 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So there's 3 in the family. Then there's 3 in the family. Mother and daddy had a little baby. Then there's 3 in the family. Then there's 3 in the family. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish when I eat my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye. Hey, Woody. Finally, somebody said something. I see you there. Hey, Woody. Again, just waiting to see more people come in before I get started here. Say, might wait about another minute, then I might talk about what's on tap for tonight. Figure 8 as half of 4. Figure 4. Oh wait, no. Figure 8 as a double 4. Figure 4 as half of 8. It's a circle that goes round upon itself. Let's see now. On Moon Mesa, where the cowboys roam, everyone. Well, now we got some more people. Now we're up to 5. Okay, so, and just in time, because we're getting to the 8-minute mark now, which would be about the time that we start getting into what's on tap on tonight. So, without no further, I'm going to talk about what's on tap for tonight. Hey, there's toys. Hey, peeps, I'm lurking. Okay. Well, thank you at least for acknowledging that to me. So I'm not sure. Help me make sure I'm not just talking to air here. Okay. So, anyways, I've got like 5 stories. 2 from Bounding into Comics, 2 from CBR, and then one that's kind of independent. A story I heard earlier today. Let's see. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. I eat all the junk. I smell like a skunk. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, good one there, Woody. Okay, so with that being said, so 5 stories include tonight that I'll be talking about. So I don't know if some of you saw the news today, but WWE and NWA Hall of Famer had passed away yesterday. I'll be talking about that. Also, in some other news, obviously, Crunchyroll has made some announcements on some of the dubs that they're coming out with. Dubs that they'll be showing, as well as a judo manga is getting an adaptation, and then there's some announcements from Boom Studios and DC. So let's see now. That was a Playground Rhyme that went around when I was a kid. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I heard it too. I heard it too, Woody. A lot of people like to do that little joke with the Popeye theme. So, all right. Well, we're past the 10-minute mark now. We got 5 people in here, so I guess I'll get started. First off, and I won't be sharing the screen here because the first story we're going to cover is the passing of Paul Orndorff. That's who I was talking about. So it was reported yesterday that WWE and NWA Hall of Famer Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, had passed away at the age of 71. He was apparently diagnosed with dementia back in, according to his son Travis. His son Travis was the one who released the information out there. But so Paul Orndorff was diagnosed with dementia back in May. His son believes the dementia was as a direct result of CTE that happened to many of the wrestlers, that were involved with the WWE. If you guys remember, there was a big suit that was that went about back in 2016. Paul Orndorff, of course, was known for using the jumping pile driver as his finisher, known in the WWE for, basically for his feud with, for teaming up with Roddy Piper and his feud with, Hulk Hogan in the 80s there. He had separate stints in WCW. Originally, back in the late 70s, he had a stint with WCW when it was still known as NWA Mid-Atlantic. In which he had won the Mid-Atlantic version of the NWA World Tag Title with Jimmy Snuka, and then years later would win that title, which eventually became the WCW World Tag Team title 2 more times with Paul Roma in the early 90s as the team of Pretty Wonderful. F for Paul Orndorff. Granted, he was a heel. He was one of those, like, they cast him as one of those arrogant type heels, like I've got the body of Adonis, so you should all praise me. If you're not kissing my butt, then there's something wrong with you. But as his son explained, to him, he was pappy. He was daddy. So I mean, so I think, I guess he's at F4 Paul Orndorff, which I guess means that him passing away, I'm hoping that you're expressing some form of condolence there, Woody, in that. Paul Orndorff, of course, even though he never won any titles in the at the time when he was there, of course, it was the WWF, not the WWE. But the thing was that he did win many regional titles. As I said, he was a not just a WWE Hall of Famer, but also an NWA Hall of Famer, and had won many regional titles throughout. And there were times even in those days there were times he was a face, not always a heel. Always liked the heels, but I guess he meant heels. Yeah. So, of course, as I said, he was a 3-time WCW World Tag Team Champion. World Tag Team Champion twice with Paul Roma and once with Jimmy Snuka. He was also a 5-time. He was also a former WCW World Television title holder. He was a 5-time Mid-South North American Heavyweight Championship for Mid-South Wrestling Association, run by Bill Watts in the 80s there, as well as being a 3-time NWA National Champion out of Georgia Championship Wrestling. So, he would hold a number of titles on the, particularly throughout the NWA. He just never, he just had few opportunities at the at world title. But he was a good performer. He did what he had to do. If as a heel, it was his job to make you hate him as much as possible, and he did a great job of that. Really playing that up. But I said, our condolences should go out to him and to his family. Um, as Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, um, yesterday passed away at the age of 71. So, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little moment of silence for him, and then we'll move on to the next story. Okay. And I know, see, the heels get the best lines. Yeah, because the idea is Woody with heels is that they're supposed to agitate people. They're supposed to agitate not just their opponents but the fans. The louder you boo, the bigger their paycheck's going to be because they're doing their job. You know. But anyways, moving on now to the next topic, which will be actually in the. So we're going, I go a little out of order tonight. We started with wrestling, and I go with anime here, and then we'll go to the comics. I know normally I start off with comics news, but considering that the Paul Orndorff story, his passing, considered a pretty big deal. So, alrighty then. So let's move on to the next. Article here, or on to the next story here, and we're back up to 4 people. Yay, 4 people. Anyways, okay. So, and we're back down to 3 people again. Pooh. Anyways. So now, as we move on to the next story here, we get into some anime news here. Crunchyroll announces summer anime dub slate. Article by John F. Trent published earlier today. Crunchyroll just announced their summer anime dub slate that includes Battle Game in 5 Seconds, Tokyo Revengers, My Life as a Villainess, All Roads Lead to Doom, X, and more. Let's take a look at all the dubs coming to Crunchyroll as part of the summer anime dub slate, with official descriptions provided by Crunchyroll. Battle Game in 5 Seconds. Oh, there's some interesting stuff. You got some change right there. You got all these characters. Let's see what this is all about here. Battle Game in 5 Seconds follows a group of individuals who must use quick wit and power as they battle every 5 seconds after meeting. This series will be dubbed in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. Let's see now. Anime stories tonight, but get me talking about Mad Dog Vachon or sometime. I'm sure we will. Sure, if you can make. Remember, we do have our next open mic night will be Monday, September the 6th. So maybe then, maybe if you can get in here without having too many technical issues. My Life as a Villainess, All routes lead to doom. X. Look at that. So let's see what this one talked about here. My life as a villainess. That sounds like a pretty interesting title, to say the least. My next life as a villainess. All routes lead to doom. X follows Katarina Klaas comedic adventures in love and will be dubbed in English. I'm standing on a million lives. This one's about. Second season of I'm Standing on a Million Lives starts as Yusuke Yotsuya and the other humans begin their battle against the orc army. The series will be dubbed in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. Welcome to Demon School, Iruna-kun. Look at that. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. Kun, by the way, is what they call an honorific. I think it like I think it, I think in that particular case, I think it means something like Big Brother or something like that. New episodes of season 2 will continue to be available in English. In season 2, parentheses Demon School is back in session as Iruma and his devilish classmates continue their lessons in the dark arts. Tokyo Revengers. Here's another one that's interesting. Tokyo Revengers will continue to air new dubbed episodes in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. In the show, one young man time leaps back to his middle school days, where he vows to protect his friends against dangerous delinquents. See if anybody's saying anything right now. Let's see. Let's see. Battle game every 5 seconds. I guess they have no sort of have everything happen in slow motion. As a time dilation could be fun concepts to play with. Yep. Let's see. To Your Eternity. That's an interesting artwork there. Animation. To Your Eternity will continue to air new dubbed episodes in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. The series follows Fushi's journey to understand humanity and the world. The Slime Diary. Oh, the Slime Diaries. Who wants to read a diary made by a slime? The Slime Diaries will be available in Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. The series follows the daily adventures of Rimuru and friends. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S will be available in Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. Toru Kobayashi and all the dragon friends are back in all new episodes of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S. Which dubs do you plan on checking out? Oh, there we go with that one. Let's see. All right, so I guess we went back down to 3. As always, of course, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. That does help with the algorithm. Hopefully, get some more people in here. Slime Diaries sounds Interesting. Yeah, it does. I mean, if you can get past the icky feeling of touching a diary that a slime was writing in. Yeah, so anyway, so now we'll move on to the next article here. Yeah, where are we at on time here? There's 25 minutes. I'm already getting to just the third article of the evening. All right. So, anyways, here's the next article: Girls Judo manga Mo Ippon to get anime adaptation. Article written by John F. Trent, published earlier today. The girls judo themed manga Mo Ippon by mangaka, which I believe is manga artist or manga writer, Yu Murauko, is getting an anime adaptation. Ippon again! And it's kind of interesting because this is one of the things that Chuck Dixon was talking about the variety of some of these mangas. You know, you now have a judo manga here. Anyways, I'll be right back. I just got to do a couple quick little things here. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back now. Let's see. Let's see. Woody, you said a couple of things. Yeah, let's see. Oh, good. It looks like they figured out how to fix the timing problems on the Mars helicopter. Okay, and then Anton Petro is really good science content. All right, well, getting back to the articles then. The article we're just talking about. The adaptation was announced by series editor Uda on Twitter. As translated by Google, Uda wrote, quote, animated decision. Thanks to everyone's enthusiastic support. You, Miralco's Judo Girl's Diary, Mo Ippon, has been decided to be animated, unquote. And here's a translation of the tweet right here. Thanks. Okay, and yeah, we just read all that anyways. At this time, details about the anime production have not been revealed. The series has been serialized in Akita Shoten's Weekly Shonen Champion magazine since 2018 and just released its 13th volume earlier this month in Japan. Well, there's some of the artwork there. The story follows Michi Sonoda as she transitions from middle school to high school and participates in a high school girls judo club in Saitama Prefecture with her best friend and fellow judo practitioner, Sanai Takigawa. Are you looking forward to checking out this anime when it airs? Maybe when it gets dubbed. Does sound kind of interesting. It's watch at some point. And that one went kind of quick. Okay, so let's see now. All right, and we're down to 2 people now. All right, so here we go. Let me. And that was the. All right, here we go. And I did look into this before. All right, so it's gonna probably be a short stream tonight at the rate we're going. Okay, so here we go. Here's the next story. Eat the Rich, #1, teases the unspeakable horrors of the 1% exclusive. CBR's exclusive preview of Boom Studios' Eat the Rich, #1, from Sarah Gailey and Pius Bach, teases many horrors for the affluent 1% by Tim Adams, published 12 hours ago. Yeah, that's not a real pretty thing to think about. Have you ever wondered what unspeakable horrors lie in wait for the supremely rich 1%? Boy, you get that this is going to probably be an SJW thing. These guys were probably trying to artistically show what they wanted to do to the quote unquote evil 1%. A new series from Boom Studios titled Eat the Rich is about to investigate this starting in August. CBR has an exclusive preview of Eat the Rich, #1, by Hugo Award winning author Sarah Gailey, The Echo Wife, Magic for Liars, artist Pius Bach, Firefly, The Magicians, colorist Roman Titoff, and letterer Cardinal Ray. The preview follows law school student Joey and her boyfriend Astor as they head to Crestfall Bluffs to spend the summer with Astor's affluent family. This is Joey's first time meeting Astor's friends and family, but of course there has to be darkness behind their seemingly perfect lives. The solicitation and preview page for Eat the Rich #1 can be found below. Eat the Rich #1, written by Sarah Gailey, art by Pius Bach, colors by Roman Titoff, letters by Cardinal Ray, covers by Kevin Tong, Becca Carey, Jenny Frisson, and Leila Del Duca. I'm guessing this sounds like a SJW Wet Dream or something like that. Welcome to Crestfall Bluffs. With law school and her whole life ahead of her, Joey plans to spend the summer with her boyfriend Astor in his seemingly perfect hometown. It's a chance to finally meet his family and childhood friends, all while enjoying a vacation where every need is attended to. But beneath the affluent perfection lies a dark, deadly rot. Will Joey discover the truth before it's too late? And even if she does, can she survive to tell the tale? You can just tell this is an SJW's wet dream. This sounds like an SJW. Here's some artwork from, I guess, part of the cover. Of course, the red eye look through the glasses. It's almost like they're trying to. It's almost like they're trying to tell you that the 1% are nothing but ravenous monsters who want to devour everybody. Hmm. Let's look down further here on some of these panels. Boom Studios, The Rich, main cover by Kevin Tong. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think Aerosmith even had a song called "Eat the Rich." Eat the rich. Look at that. Another cover there. Here's another cover. Actually, you know what this kind of reminds me of a little bit? Reminds me of a scene from Yu Yu Hakusho, believe it or not, where it's like where they were actually showing how human, like some very powerful and rich humans were actually tormenting demons. Sakyo was part of that group, in fact. I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway, I don't think my stepmom will bring it up, just in case. Oh, God, this. Hmm. So Astor's the blonde guy right there, and Joey's the girl, obviously. And I'm guessing Joey probably is short for Josephine. Just as Joey for a guy is short for Joseph. More of the panels. Hmm. Harvey Dale. They look at all this. Eat the Rich goes on sale August 18th from Boom Studios. Yeah, at least from what I was seeing there, it was more like the girl, I think, was having, she's used to doing things for herself, and now she's in a situation where people are, trying to do things for her. It's like probably not an easy thing to do to make that kind of transition. Anyways, I'll be right back. Gotta make a couple more adjustments here as things are starting to get dim here a little bit. All right, I'm back. The conversation even went dead in the chat. ah, guess you guys don't have much to say on the article here either, huh? Only three of us in here. Does seem like a slow night, doesn't it? Anyway, so we got one more article to get to, then I'm done with all the main articles I plan on reading for tonight. That's it, and I can find it. Here we go. This is the last article of the night that I was covering. Black Label Catwoman. Cliff Chang returns to DC for a new series. Catwoman Lonely City brings prolific creator Cliff Chang back to DC for a Selena Kyle story, where she returns to a Gotham City without Batman. By Jeremy Bloom, published 7 hours ago. Cliff Chang will be returning to the DC Universe via the upcoming 4-issue DC Black Label series, Catwoman Lonely City, which imagines an aged Selena Kyle returning to a Gotham without Batman or other masked heroes. In the world of Catwoman Lonely City, a massacre known as Fool's Night took the lives of not only Batman but also Nightwing, Commissioner Gordon, and the Joker. So this seems like an Elseworlds or multiverse story happening in like a parallel universe, I guess. The event left Selena confined in prison, and irrevocably changed the landscape of Gotham City, with costume vigilantes considered a thing of the past. The series' first issue sees Selena emerging from prison in his bold new world run by Mayor Harvey Dent and policed by a squadron of no-nonsense bat cops. Preview pages released show Catwoman evading the bat cops in the iconic outfit that she wore in Batman the Animated Series. All the while, ruminating that jumping across rooftops and dodging gunfire isn't as easy as it was when she was younger. Of course not. You get older, your reflexes start to slow down. You know, everything starts to slow down. Your body starts to, go away. And then let's see. Wow, the crew is super late and gay tonight. Yeah, I mean, it might just be a case action where I may just go an hour, just beyond an hour tonight, because it looks like things are kind of been a little slow tonight. But we'll see. We're at 40. We're coming up on 48 minutes now, so by the time I'm done with this, we'll be getting close to the hour mark. So we'll probably go at least an hour, maybe a little past that. Let's see. A flashback sequence also shows Selena exiting prison and reflecting on the changes that Gotham has undergone in her absence. Mayor Harvey Dent can also be seen commenting on Selena's release, stating that he hopes the former cat burglar has learned from her past mistakes. Wonder if this universe, if Harvey ever became Two-Face, or if it was a case where he did become Two-Face, but was somehow able to be cured of both the scarring and the bipolar disorder. Other preview pages show Chang's notes for a redesigned Catwoman costume that combines aspects of both Selena's traditional Batman the Animated Series outfit, which featured a gray and gold color scheme, and a redesigned look in 1997's The New Batman Adventures. The latter series featured Catwoman in a sleek all-black costume with large white eyes, and Chang wrote that he hoped to mimic this look with Selena's new cowl, which has a no-nonsense bat feel. Chang's design for Mayor Harvey Dent was also revealed, showing the former district attorney looking like a retired football player, quote unquote, and seemingly completely open about his former career as a villain. So in this universe, he was Two-Face, but they were able to cure him. universe, he did become Two Face, but they were able to cure him. While most details about Catwoman Lonely City remain under wraps, Selina will be searching for secrets hidden within the Batcave and investigating the identity of someone named quote unquote Orpheus. The character was a short lived member of the Bat family who debuted in the 2001 miniseries Batman Orpheus Rising and was created by writer Alex Simmons and artist Dwayne Turner. Born Gavin King, Orpheus wore a purple and gold outfit and argued that Gotham City needed a black superhero. His tenure as a vigilante was unfortunately cut short by Black Mass, who killed him in the 2004-2005 War Game story arc. It remains to be seen whether Chang is reusing Gavin King or developing a new, unrelated version of the Orpheus character. Chang, previously an assistant editor at DC's Vertigo imprint, is well known for his work on many DC characters, notably the 35-issue run on Wonder Woman at the start of the New 52 with writer Brian Azzarello. Catwoman Lonely City, a 48-page, 4-issue series, will debut on October 19th. Before we finish that off, let's see now. And nothing more there thus far. Okay, so Catwoman, Lonely City, number 1 of 4. Story by Cliff Chang. Main cover by Cliff Chang. Variant cover by Cliff Chang. 1 in 25 ratio variant cover by Jock. On sale Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. There you go with the. You got all the different Catwoman costumes right there from over the years. Kind of older, sporting of course, the white hair and some wrinkles. She rips off the mask. Yeah. And I guess there's the reelect. I don't know if that's just how they colored it or whatever, but at least the way that reelection campaign poster right there, like you can kind of tell where where his face was formerly scarred there. There's some style shots. And flashback to Duchess. Looks like they're with her hair. It looks like they're going with kind of the blend of white over gray. There, it looks like. And there's Two-Face. Oh, maybe they didn't actually fix his face as much, at least cosmetically, but maybe his split personality was. Hmm. Well, here it sounds like a interesting story that I guess we can go into since we have a little extra time here. Since I've pretty much got through good old Jock. It's difficult not to like Catwoman. Yeah. Well, in the Golden Age, she was more of a femme fatale type, jewel thief, and now, then she became more of a common, gimmicky. Hmm. So here sounds like an interesting article. Maybe I'll read this one since you have some extra time here. Yeah, we're not even at an hour yet, so I might as well just hit this one up. Batman the Animated Series almost had a Catwoman spinoff. Here's why it didn't happen. Oh, wow, this is from back in April, in fact. Okay. Batman the Animated Series almost had a Catwoman spinoff. Here's why it didn't happen. Catwoman nearly had her own spinoff from Batman the Animated Series. Here's how close it came to happening and why it didn't. Article was written by Robert Curran and it was published back in April 5th of this year. There's some of the artwork from the animated series there. Warner's Batman the Animated Series has a significant lineage as the originator of the DC animated universe. A 14-year run of animated series ended in 2006 with Justice League Unlimited's series finale, as well as follow-up series, the new Batman Adventures, Batman the Animated Series, had one direct spin-off, the future set Batman Beyond. However, it almost had another one starring popular anti-hero Catwoman. So even in that, they're not even describing Catwoman as a villain per se. She's more of an anti-hero. In the wake of Batman the Animated Series' success with critics and viewers, the Fox Network approached producer Bruce Timm about developing a spin-off starring Catwoman. Timm created concept art for the series, including a redesign of Catwoman's Batman the Animated Series costume. Now, could you imagine if they did do that? If they ended up having that series, and that series with also Justice League Unlimited and all that, a possibility they could have had another spin-off in the DCAU featuring the Birds of Prey. With Black Canary, Catwoman, and Huntress. I mean, we got kind of a couple of teasers there with a couple of the episodes with like Double Date and I can't remember the title of the other one, but the other one was where Roulette was recruiting the female Justice Leaguers to beat the tar out of each other for people's money. The costume splits the difference between Catwoman's previous animated series look and the iconic costume Michelle Pfeiffer wore in Batman Returns. The all-black look is also similar to Darwin Cook's redesign of Catwoman's costume into a literal cat suit. Meow. Look at that. It's understandable Fox would be interested in a Catwoman solo series. While not every episode she appeared in was a classic, she remained a strong presence on Batman the Animated Series. Not to mention her status in the moral gray area between Batman and the rest of his enemies would give her spin-off a unique perspective. more from the perspective of an anti-hero as opposed to just simply a hero or a villain. At the time, Pfeiffer's Catwoman was also still fresh in the fans' minds. Her performance in Batman um, Returns helped bring the character back to pop culture prominence for the first time since her appearances in the live action Batman TV series in the 60s, of course, done by Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, and Eartha Kitt, respectively. As a result, there were also talks of Pfeiffer's Catwoman starring in a spin-off film. The animated spin-off series could have synergy with Pfeiffer's return to the role. However, it turned out to be a moot point. Both Pfeiffer's spin-off and the animated series never saw the light of day. The Catwoman solo movie ultimately starred Halle Berry and was an infamous flop. In the case of the animated series, Warner opted to focus its resources on Superman, the animated series, which turned out to be another thing that helped further the. And there's, I guess, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and look at it. Man, that's tempting, isn't it? That's quite a tempting look right there. It's almost like the way she smiles, almost like she's almost like with her eyes, with that smile. It's almost like she's telling you, "Come here, boy. Let me take a bite out of you." Meow. A Superman animated series being a higher priority than a Catwoman spinoff makes sense given Superman's popularity, history, and importance to DC Comics. It also gave the creative team behind the DC animated universe a chance to tell stories in a different corner of the DC universe. It expanded the DCAU that ultimately led to Justice League cartoon. Yeah, well, theoretically, though, they could have done both. And then, as I said, it could have also helped lead to another possible franchise coming about with Birds of Prey. Could have ended up with a Birds of Prey animated series as well. Superman the Animated Series was an important part of the DCAU's evolution and a good series in its own right. It's still disappointing that Catwoman the Animated Series went beyond the planning stages. Oh wait, still disappointing that Catwoman animated series never. Okay, that's what I skipped. Never went beyond the planning stages. Catwoman appeared in future animated adaptations, but the only solo adventure she's had in the medium is a short film that was packaged with Batman Year One animated film. I mean, if you think about it, considering how popular the Bat family is, I mean, in their own, not just Catwoman, but you also had like Nightwing, Robin, you could have actually spun all those off too, and had some interesting series. And again, as I said, it could have led to a very interesting or animated adaptation of Birds of Prey storyline. So that would have been interesting to see. that had happened, especially considering how they teased it on Justice League Unlimited with a couple episodes featuring Black Canary and the Huntress. And of course, it got intertwined with, of course, Black Canary and Green Arrow's story as well, and their romance. And of course, it picked up on the romance of the Question. I mean, you had so many avenues, so many other avenues you could have taken with that, as well as what the ones they did. So it's always a good possibility. Catwoman has had a few other false starts when it comes to animated features. A direct-to-video animated feature tying in with Barry's Catwoman was scrapped when the film bombed. That doesn't surprise me. A team-up series with Nightwing and the Birds of Prey animated series featuring Catwoman were both pitched, but ultimately went nowhere, which is a shame because I think the Birds of Prey could have been an interesting. I mean, again, there's some Nightwing, Birds of Prey, even in the more recent years with kind of the like some of the stuff that they were doing in the comics with the Question and Renee Montoya, who is of course Renee Montoya, who was the officer turned detective who made her debut in the Batman the Animated Series. So, let's see. Given how productive WB Animation Studios remains, as well as the new outlet for content that is HBO Max, a full-fledged Catwoman animated series or movie might have a better chance to become reality than ever. Could be an adaptation of an already cinematic comic story, like Selena's Big Score, or its own thing. If nothing else, Catwoman will surely appear in HBO Max's Batman the Animated Series revival if that comes to fruition. And a solo Catwoman series in that universe might finally follow. All right, then. So that's a lot of the okay, so now we're just past the hour mark. Let's see. Let me. Leto, Bacco, you're fired. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't hear anything from Bad Goat today. But Leto might have overslept. I mean, you know. Yeah, so we're just past the hour mark. Say, what more can we really do? Say, I even added a story, and we still, um, ah. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about? Woody, action, I know you're there. Laugh out loud, how dare they let IRL get away of their digital presence? Laugh out loud. Hey, everybody's got a life, right? Um, let's see. So let's see now. Well, we're at hour and 8 minutes. So is there anything you guys want to ask or bring up? Aside from critiquing the fact that Batgoat and Leto aren't here? Wouldn't it be funny that if I get ready to end or whatever, call it a night, they show up? That'd be kind of funny. Well, at least we got we got one more person just dropped in here. Let's see. We now have 4 people watching. La dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da, la dee dee da dee da. Let's see. So, how's everybody doing? Oh, we just had another person just pop in here. It looks like. We actually just got through our story, so we might be wrapping up soon here. I'm going in for an interview for a technology firm in the AM. So, Mike, if I get it, I might not be able to make the shows every night. But hey, if you can, Jeremiah said, well, I'll tell Jeremiah I said hi to. Well, I guess I can hear through the camera. Well, Toys, I understand. I hope you can make as many as you can. You know, even if you can't be here every night. You know, I understand if you got an opportunity and got work coming in, that that should take part. Making sure you take care of yourself and your family. That's got to take priority. I get that. So as long as you can try to make it, sometimes, it's cool too. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I did actually go back and find because Corona put it up. I went back and looked at Tug's stream from the other night. Did talk about me, and that's cool that it's cool he acknowledged what I did. I really appreciate that. There's Bat Goat. Will do. Mrs. Toys needs me out of the house. Hey, Tools, I'm here. Shut up. You jerks, laugh out loud. See. Good luck with that action. I golfed again. Of course, I have a problem now, boys. What, are you golfing at a time to where you're coming in later now? Laugh out loud. What problem could there be with frisbee golf? Thanks, Woody. But I'm improving. I'm just better about my good shots. I'm addicted. We'll see how long this lasts. Yeah. Well, Bat Goat, you missed the story tonight, so you can always go back and watch them again. I do it too much, laugh out loud. Yeah. So some of the things, for those who came in late, some of the things that we covered tonight include Paul Orndorff's passing. Also, Crunchyroll announced its new slate of dubs they'll be bringing to their platform this summer. a judo type manga is getting an anime adaptation called Mo Ippon, and we went through some. Let's see, went through a preview of a new comic coming out called Catwoman Lonely City. Let's see, we covered Boom Studios' future release of Eat the Rich. Sounds like an SJW's wet dream. And I also has a kind of a bonus story that I picked up on. There was actually talk of a Catwoman, back in the 90s there with the DCAU, there was actual talk of a Catwoman, the animated series, possibly coming to fruition. But instead, they decided to focus on Superman, the maybe you can get a job digging up 1,000-year-old toys. Dubsteps. I'm down with electronica, yo. Let's see. Yeah, so we're at an hour 16 now. So back go. I guess you're doing pretty good with your disc golf. How's the rest of your day going? And as always, guys, of course, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. Help get more of the algorithm up. That's about it. I'm retired, you see. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure there's still things you can do throughout the day, too. Like, if I remember correctly, weren't you going to try to go to the store to get materials to put a new Lowell's trophy together? Everybody shout. Come on, let's dig out. It's time for the glue gun, glue gun, glue gun. Everybody shout. Come on, let's hang out. It's time for the groovies get together. Yeah, new trophy. I need to go to the hobby store. You're gonna see how funny they can be when it's time for the groovy ghoulie show. Do-do-do-do-do. On the Great Space Coaster, get on board on the Great Space Coaster. Off we go. Step on board, step inside, going for a magic ride. Going to the other side, only rainbows hide. On the Great Space Coaster, here we go. On the Great Space Coaster, off we go. Oh, wow, we got some comments coming in now. Let's see. Laugh Out Loud got out of the shower earlier and didn't notice one of my boys nearby as I walked to my room because I didn't have a towel. Oh boy. Later, I heard him say he wanted to be like his dad. His mom was like, "How's that?" He said, "I want to be big like dad." His mom was like, "Don't worry, you'll be tall as him. Most likely, he's like, no, mom, I want to be like dad and have a huge uh member." His mom just died laughing. And she Friday I will put down the disc and get my hair um did and buy supplies and at the craft store. It also gets kick is burrito. Uh Also get a KA burrito called Machete that costs $10 because it's right next to Salon. I'm out loud. I just put my headset on and went back to acting like I heard nothing. Oh boy, yeah. Action. I don't know if you know this, but have you ever heard of an anime called Chin Chan? Sounds like you and Jeremiah. I don't know if it was Jeremiah who said that, but sounds like you two could possibly be Hero and Chin Chan from Chin Chan. Yeah, you guys can sit there, get together, and sing the man song. uh, Pretty sure my boy has never seen my junk. Just saying. Hey, that is funny though. Yeah. Oh boy. At least let's be hopeful that the girls aren't here. I'm sure they didn't. They probably wouldn't want or need to hear that story. It's probably a good thing May May and 80 are not here to hear that one. For all we know, though, at least with 80, she may not actually mind. But then I would think that your son there, ATC, might be a little old for the Oedipus complex. Wasn't on purpose, BG. We just didn't have towels in the bathroom at the time. Laugh out loud. No girls allowed tonight. Oh boy, that would be something though if they were here and they did actually hear. They did actually see that. Uh, yeah, I actually never thought that one of my streams would actually degenerate into locker room talk. Oh boy. He-Man Woman Haters Club. 12-man grunt. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah, watch this. Poop fart. Oh boy. Tee hee. Ah. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Batgoat. I actually did find. I don't know if you heard me when I said this a few minutes ago, but I did find Tug's stream from last, I guess, Friday, Saturday. But you did mention my stream, so thank you for letting me know about that. It was cool that he acknowledged what I was doing, so I'm glad for that. So hopefully we can get him back here for that stuff. For more of that stuff. Hey guys, no towel snapping. Oh boy. I believe that's called a shard back out. Action start to roll the towel. Get over here, Woody. Oh boy. Oh boy. Very cool. He said some cool stuff. Now that people know he watches, who knows? Yeah, no, yeah. Well, yeah, I hope, again, I'll still continue to send them both links just in case, because, you know, you apparently said more than he actually said, because, I know he acknowledged me, acknowledged that what I was trying to do, and, you know, but I kind of thought the way you were making it sound, he actually said that, he was only wanting to just listen in the background. So, um, snap. Mike, the snapping towels totally snitched on you guys. Oh boy. All right, let's be nice. Let's be nice. Come on. Tug was talking about how we try to do a nice stream. We don't like. I know you guys are kidding, but still, you know. Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad to hear that he watches too, Tug. I mean that was my big thing. Whether or not he decides to join us in the studio that'd be a bonus. That'd be like a bonus. I'd just love for him to just be watching and acknowledge that he's watching. Um, you know that's that's what that's what my big thing. Whether or not he would join us in the studio or decide to do commentary or whatever, that's totally up to him if he wants to do that. He's welcome to if he does. But there's no pressure for him to do that. I would just like to have his presence here. Even if he decided to comment afterwards, or like what he did there, where he did talk about it on his street, acknowledge it. That's the cool part for me. Thwack, snap, take that back, goat. It's just locker room jocularity. We don't mean no harm. Ouch. Dang it. Jocularity. Little mash humor there. We get the. Even if he doesn't say anything, just cool. Just be cool with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Obviously, I'm not gonna sweat it. You know, you know. Again, I just even just for one time, I just wanted to know that I wanted some form of acknowledgement. I'm not going to I hope he'll continue to watch, and I hope he'll continue to enjoy what we're doing. Hope we can get more people in on Friday nights and get them to enjoy it as well. People talking about some of that stuff and some of those worlds, you know, love to be the tour guide of the many different comic universes for them. Oh yeah. Well, now we have gotten to the hour and 30 mark. So thank you guys for helping me with that. If Sheila started watching bad as that, well, I mean, I don't wouldn't know why Cecil would want to watch, considering one, I don't even know Cecil, and two, if you've got an issue with him, I don't know if that's reciprocal or not. I don't even know what the issue is. I don't even know Cecil. The extent of which I know Cecil is he's supposedly part of Comics. He's somebody who I guess hangs out with EBS and a few of the other guys. I don't know him. I've never interacted with him. So I have no idea what's going on there. So he and I hope you wouldn't bail on me just because Cecil would start watching. I'm just joking. I like saying what I don't. I like saying that I don't like the guy. Well, what I'm wondering though is it? Do you legitimately not like the guy, or are you joking? Because now I'm a little confused. Not that it's that big of a deal. I mean, everybody, like I know EVS, for example, is somebody that you revere, you highly revere. I don't really know EVS, so I can't, but that doesn't mean that just because you revere EVS and I don't really know him doesn't mean that our relationship has to be any different. One day, the big DG channel will be huge, and then it won't matter. So yeah, I love EBS. He's changed though. I never liked Cecil. Just a me thing. All right. Well, I was getting confused there. I just wanted some clarification. I just want, um, again, I don't know, again, I don't know Cecil. I don't know what the issue is. I don't need to know, you know, um, Bat Goat, Disc Golf, BDDG. Sounds amazing. I should make it happen. That'd be an interesting channel, Bat Goat. Yeah, just go out there with a portable camera or whatever, and just video yourself or live stream yourself disc golfing. That might be an interesting thing to watch. Another one of the, like, as we call the more positive videos that Tug was talking about. Trying to, instead of putting stuff out there, just talks about all the negative stuff. You know, that might be an interesting thing too. You know. And I do believe, you said that you noticed that EVS has kind of changed a bit. And, I know you just said you have issues with Cecil. I know you have issues with Doug Tenaple. Um, it's kind of funny because people often talk about how moods are contagious, right? If you're just spouting out negativity, you know, it has a way of bringing people down. If you're just talking about negative stuff all the time and not really talking about positive, it will weigh on your soul, your spirit, and your soul enough to where it probably could do some serious damage to you. You know, I'm not the only one Doug. I'm not the only one Doug is hated. Well, I mean, again, I don't know the whole situation because I usually stay out of all that stuff. I am aware that you don't like Doug. I know there are some people out there who don't like Doug. From what I understand, Doug and EBS have had issues with each other before. Um, but I also know that Doug is on good terms with Nick. Um, I know that Doug still does some of those Chad Dad streams with Nick. Um, but yeah, I mean, you know, one of the things I liked about what Tug was saying was how, basically we do need more people like what I'm doing. Doing like what I'm doing. We need more people who will focus more on positive stuff and not like all this, negativity. I mean, you guys have seen me go off at times, right? You guys have seen me go off the deep end a little bit, and then I can reel myself back in, because I just focus on what I focus on. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't critique bad behavior when you see it, like when what Amber Heard tried to do with Johnny Depp, or like what KV tried to do to Vic. I'm not saying you shouldn't critique that, but if it gets to the point where it's become like your whole life that you're doing that kind of thing, then that's a problem. That's a problem that will weigh on anyone's heart, mind, soul, spirit. So, I know that just Doug has hurt many people, and I have the receipts, meaning I can point out videos of him being a a prick. Well, yeah, I mean, well, last I heard, he got his channel taken down, so I don't know if he's been doing a lot of videos of late, at least on YouTube. Um, but I also know a lot of the. I would think that you'd at least agree with some of the stuff he was covering because, again, it's more along the ideological lines. But, anyways, as I said, though, a jerk. Sorry, Mike. That's okay. I mean, I get it back. Again, some of these people. You've probably been around these people. Know some of them a little bit better than I do. I can only go based off of my own experiences with them, or lack of. I haven't actually I haven't really interacted with like Doug or Cecil. I haven't even really interacted with EVS. Okay, I've interacted more with like Tug and Flash and Nick before, particularly Tug. Okay, if I would almost have to argue that if there was if you were going to say that I had a direct mentor, then probably the closest person who you might argue might be like one of my more direct mentors would be Tug, because I do kind of I kind of style my style kind of after him, kind of more of a relaxed kind of like conversation style stream, kind of that down home folksy style, you know. But that's also within my personality too. They're all cool. I'm just being a smack talker. There. Really? Wow, I suck. Uh, I just don't get too caught up with that. That's actually part of the reason why I left Twitter. I left Twitter because all that negativity was starting to get to me. I was starting to get into those stupid twit fights. And it really, getting into those kind of stupid things is just, it's not good for anybody. It's not good for your mental health. It's not even really good for your physical health because what it does is it creates more stress that you don't need. Getting to the point where you're getting so riled up that you want to track the person down or whatever and do them harm. I mean, that's stupid. You know, when you start getting to that point, you need to take a step back and look in the mirror and go, "Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing, man? Calm down. These people aren't worth it." You know, focus on something other than their jerkosity. I have to laugh at myself a lot too. Yeah. Well, it's sometimes cool to do too. You know, laughing at yourself. Yeah, well, we're at an hour 41. We're coming up on an hour 42 right now. So we actually were able to stretch it out a little longer. Not even though I got through the stories pretty quick tonight. Um, yeah, so. Or like Shane publishing his address and begging people to come, quote unquote, talk to him. Laugh aloud. That, yeah, that's one of those things where it's kind of like, uh, dude, be careful what you ask for because you may just get it. Uh, and I'm sure there were a number of people who were seriously tempted to to um to basically follow him up on that, as it were. It's just that most people know better than to follow something like that up. You know, you know, in the heat of the moment, it may feel great to lash out or to do whatever dark thoughts enter your mind. But what happens when that anger dissipates and everything, everything's so what happens afterwards, after you've acted on those darker impulses? You're ultimately still going to have to face the consequences for that. So it's sometimes just better to just take a step back and just calm down and you know you know maybe just walk away from it. Opposite doxing, not a good idea, right? Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, we're all got too much to lose. Never a good idea to do that stuff. So, yeah. It's kind of funny. I haven't even really thought too much about Shane or anybody, even Kick Vic for that matter. I haven't really, like, a couple weeks ago when 2 or 3 weeks ago when Nick did the interview with Vic, yeah, I kind of looked up, like maybe Monica's Twitter just to see if, they were saying anything about it, and but just more of a passing interest. I mean, I haven't even, you know, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't really care. You know, I'm, as everybody else is. I'm waiting on bated breath like everybody else for the appeals court to come back and hopefully they'll side with Vic and move the move the suit forward. Boo, Monica. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just aren't happy. Obviously, aren't happy with what she did to Vic. And ultimately, she will at some point, whether it be in this lifetime or in the next, will have to answer for that. But ours is not to reason why, ours is but to do and die. Well, at least we had a nice conversation going here, about some of this stuff. Anyways, so we're coming up on an hour 48. Let me. So we're almost getting close to the 2-hour mark here. Let me see. Yeah, Nick is, of course, streaming tonight. The only thing it says here is let's talk about, but doesn't really suggest what he wants to talk about. Anyways, guys, it is, as I said, it's hour 46, not hour 48, sorry. We are getting close to the 2-hour mark, so I think it might be a good time to start winding down. I thank you guys for being here. Are you guys all ready for this day in Niche history? Well, I'm heading to bed, folks. See you all tomorrow. Well, you might want to stick around for a few more minutes here, Toys, if you want to catch the This Day in Niche history. Are you guys ready for This Day in Niche history? We are just about to wrap this up. Peace, Toys. History it up. All right. So without any further ado, I do only have one item for tonight. So that so this will be a very quick segment. So on this date, 10 years ago today, the 220th issue of Archie's Double Digest went on sale on this date from Archie Comics for $3.99. It was actually 160 pages, so that's a pretty big book for that price, too. So on this day, 10 years ago today, the 220th issue of Archie's Double Digest went on sale from Archie Comics. So with that, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I thank you guys again for being here. I know, Batgoat, you were a little late, and I know you'll probably be late tomorrow, as I know that's your bingo night. I hope you'll have fun. I hope you'll have some good success there. So with that, I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow, and even a few more people. As always, I do appreciate all the likes and shares. So until then, bye.